Hello, good morning, good afternoon. I'm King Posh, your host for today's show, and evening. I'll just throw that out there. So here we are, looking at the 240SX, and you guys have been asking me for my drift tunes for this. Drift Boy has been asking for it, and a couple other people have been asking me, hey, where's this tune? I mean, it's there, but I have 300 videos, and I mean, the best way for you guys to actually find my tunes is to go into the search menu on YouTube and type in the car that you're looking for, and then type in King Posh, and I should usually pop up. Yes, some of the videos are like 2-3 years old, but you know, they're still like basically the same tunes, and they really get you to a starting point to tuning your car. So let me show you this one. This one is all-wheel drive first, and then we'll do a rear-wheel drive last. So if we go right to tuning and upgrades, I have two tunes up there. I have a rear-wheel drive, and I have the all-wheel drive. It's got 1,017 horsepower and whatnot. It's got 2,432 downloads, 3,872 uses, and only 10 likes. But look at all those uses. Why are you guys not liking my stuff? I don't understand it. Alright? And then the King's rear-wheel drive, you got 63 downloads, 99 uses, and only 2 likes. Same thing. All these uses, but only 2 likes. I don't get it. You know? So, let's get right into the all-wheel drive Drip King, show you guys what I've done to it. Alright, we'll start at the conversions. Alright, I put a 3.8 liter V6 twin turbo. Alright, of course it's all-wheel drive, and of course it's got the Rocket Bunny body kit. Alright, and the Rocket Bunny non-adjustable sport rear wing. Tires are stock width in the front, stock width in the rear for that thing to drift. Alright, now when you see it from the back and from afar, you don't really see that it's a, you know, it's a small tire. But from like right here, nobody really knows, you know. So just run with it. You want that thing to slide for days. That's how you do it. Alright. For rims, we got the TC 105Ns. And everybody's been requesting to have massive rims on my car, so I got massive rims. 20s in the front, 20s in the rear. Alright, let's go to the drivetrain. We got a race clutch. Definitely a race transmission. A race driveline. And a race differential. You definitely need a race differential. It definitely helps you out when you're trying to tune a car to drift. You can try to do it without a race differential, but you're going to have issues. Alright. It's got the race springs and dampers. Now, when I tuned this, I did try it with the, you know, drift suspension. You can, but I just didn't see a, you know, a change in the performance. So, I just left it as with the race springs. All right, race front anti-roll bars, and race rear. I mean, if I ever go back to suspension, I could talk about it for days. All-wheel drive, you know, you don't need drift suspension. Chassis reinforcement roll cage is stock. You want to be as light as possible. And race weight reduction. I mean, when you're flooring it sideways and you turn your wheel and that wheel goes 60 degrees, there goes your drift. I mean, you know, that 60-degree angle is great for rear-wheel drive. It counteracts and acts like an all-wheel drive. But when you go all-wheel drive and put it on there, it messes everything up. But everybody asks for it, and I'm like, I put it on there, and when they download the tunes, I see it's only been used like 1 or 2 times. So that's my rant. Engine, race intake, everything's going to be race. So at least you hear what I think about, you know, the 60-degree angle. It's great for rear-wheel drive. It looks cool, but for all-wheel drive, if you're really going to use it competitive, you really don't need it. Alright, so everything there is race. Alright, let's go right to the tune, show you guys how the tune is set up. Alright, so we got 55-55 on those skinny tires, and you know, actually with those big rims, so it is really an ice tune, but not really. I don't see it as being an ice tune. It might be an ice tune to you guys, but not to me. Here's my gearing. It's pretty straightforward and pretty simple. Not much has really been touched. You really don't need to touch much with it. It's a basic setup. Alright, alignment, it's right there. It counteracts with the gearing and works. So you guys can definitely pause this and write down the numbers you need to write down to see at least what I've done to this car and to make you a better tuner yourself. Definitely take my tune, tweak my tune. The moment you start changing things, it instantly becomes your tune and it's no longer mine. So that's just how you have to look at it. I'm pretty lenient of that, and I'm here to help you guys out as much as I can. So definitely take these tunes and play with them and tweak them as much as you can, and maybe you'll be amazing someday. I don't know. Yeah, so we'll probably talk more about that later. So there is the all-wheel drive tune. Alright, great, you guys got that? Let's go to the rear-wheel drive. Alright, King's rear-wheel drive drift. And everybody's like, how are you so popular? How does everybody know about you? Well, I'll talk about it as I'm going through this. Alright, so what have I done to become as big as I am now? Well, it all started with like the original Forzas. That's where it all started. I threw a tune together. Someone said, hey, you need to start sharing your tunes. And I said, why? And it's like, because you're really, really good at it. And I said, alright, I'll give it a try. And I started sharing my tunes. And it got me pretty far. Look at that. A little wider in the front, wider in the rear, because it's rear-wheel drive. And so that's where I really started. And then to boost me up, I don't need to go over there. To boost me up, I started looking at other people and seeing how they were drifting, and if they were losing to me like terribly, like if they were just like complete garbage drifters, like you saw them, they spun out, they went off the track and whatnot, I'd message them and say, hey, I see you're struggling a little bit on your tunes. Why not try one of my tunes and see how that works for you? And I kept doing that for the full game of like Forza 3 when, you know, drifting was really starting to become big. And I just started messaging people left and right. I'm like, hey, try my tunes. You'll definitely do a lot better. And people have been trying them, and they would message me and say, dude, Posh, this is awesome. Hey, can you tune me this? And it just started getting big. That's just how it is. That's just how I did it. I watched other people drift, and I gave them my input on how they're drifting. Like, hey, I can definitely make you do better. And 16 years later, I'm still doing it, and I'm still helping people just like you. So hopefully this video helps you out. Tune your cars better, become better tuners yourselves, and better out there in the open world of drifting on this game, per se. But yeah, so that is the story. Just kept on looking out for people. Like, oh man, you know, definitely try out my tunes. They do work. They will help you. You know, and yet there are some people that don't like them. It's not their style. Well, they're learning from somebody else, and you learned their way of drifting and drift tuning, and it's not like my way of tuning and drifting. Every tuner is different. So the best thing you can do is, like, you know, just work with me, work with my tunes. That's just how it's gonna, you know, work out for you. I don't know how other people tune. A lot of people tell me, hey, try my tune and tell me if it's good. Well, it's like all they did was take my whole tune and change the tire pressure, you know. And I'm like, well, this is okay. I can tell it's pretty much my tune, except I have flat tires. And it's a little bit more grippier, but it's good, you know. But, you know, you should try to get a little bit more into depth into tuning, like tweak everything, just completely tweak it, completely change it, make it better, you know. Completely blow my mind when you tune a car. That's it. That's what you need to do. And people will follow you if you create a blowout destroyer. That's what people look for, but they also look for a car that's easy to drift, not hard. Like when you're driving down the street, you don't want to be like street road. You don't want to be like, you know, constantly on your controller, constantly on your steering wheel, trying to keep that thing straight. You want it to be easy for people, especially since beginners. They don't want a hardcore tune. They want something that's simple, that can go around the corner, stay sideways. You know, once they hit the straightaway, they can straighten out, and they're at ease. So definitely, that is what you are looking for to do, to help people actually follow you. To download your tunes. And I mean, if you're doing a good job, they're going to tell other people, hey, check this guy out. He's awesome. He's making some amazing tunes. Definitely download his stuff, and definitely tell me what you think of him, and tell him, like, hey, great job, keep it up. That stuff. That's how you build, you know. So, well, hey guys. Hopefully this video helps you out figuring out everything, tuning, trying to get people to follow you. So yeah, so, well, hey, I'm King Posh. Hopefully these tunes help you out, and I'll see you next time. If you guys want to see anything, please let me know in the comments below, and I'll try to do what I can when I can. Alright, well, hey, thanks for watching, guys. Peace out. I'm King Posh.